Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Rukun podcast. So on today's episode, I'm joined with my very close friend Layan here.
Hi.
So could you please introduce yourself?
Oh my god, I get the mic. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Layan. What did I say? I'm 16. Adi, you don't need to cut this part out. I'm 16. Yay! I don't know what else to say.
She just turned 16, guys.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, tell her happy birthday in the comments.
Tell me happy birthday.
Down in the comment section, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so today's topic is gonna be positivity. Obviously, she chose it. So could you tell me why you chose it?
I guess recently not a lot of people have a positive mindset or practice positivity in their lives. So I guess I chose this topic so people could
Learn to be positive.
Yes! Good job! Learn to be not necessarily learn to be positive, and also know why they need to be positive or why it's a good thing to have this sort of mindset.
Okay, I love that. So, I think we're just going to go ahead with our first question. I think I ask the question a lot, like in different topics. I feel like the person I talk to, I want them to define what they're talking about so we can be on the same page. So, could we begin by you just defining what positivity is, in your eyes at least?
I feel like positivity is seeing the good in everything, or seeing the good side, and letting the good side weigh. How do I say this? I guess
Outweigh the
word. Thank God she's continuing my sentences. Outweigh the negative side or the negative points.
Okay, so seeing the good in the bad, or seeing more good than bad, let's say. Okay, so do you think this is like a sort of mindset anyone can develop, or is it a lifestyle, or is it just something you're born with? Like, I'm born positive, someone's born negative, or do you think it's something you can obtain?
It's definitely a mindset. Especially, you can always change your mindset. You can't just be born into a mindset and stay in this mindset, you know? So it's definitely something, like, even if you're surrounded by negativity, if you have a positive mindset, you will live life positively. You can't, how should I say this? Yani, it's I don't know how to say this. Like, it's definitely a mindset, because it's something, your mindset can be changed. If you were born into a negative environment and you learned to have these negative thoughts, if somehow, some way you decided to change that mindset or become a positive person, it is possible. If it was a lifestyle, I don't think it would be as easy to change, especially if you were born again into a negative environment. If it's a lifestyle, you're living a negative lifestyle. You can't really change that. So it's definitely a mindset.
Okay, but I feel like maybe I disagree with that, because if it's a mindset, you have to live by it. So doesn't that make it a lifestyle?
If it was a lifestyle, like just a lifestyle, it would be really hard to pretend. Like, if your mind was negative, let's say, but you see positivity as a lifestyle, no matter what you do or how much you act upon it or whatever, you will never ever be a positive person. You cannot, no matter how much you try to pretend, no matter how much you try to manifest this, if you don't have this mindset as a base, having the mindset is the base. If you don't have that, you cannot continue in the lifestyle of being a positive person, or make it a mindset. It just does. It's harder. It's harder to pretend to be a positive person rather than having the mindset already. So I guess I stick with my answer, saying no, it's a mindset rather than a lifestyle.
Okay, no, I see where you come from, because if, as you said, someone was born into a negative environment, their family, the vibes were just negative, they feel like they'd have to change everyone around them so they could be living positively, so maybe they wouldn't feel like they were ever positive. But if it's a mindset, just one person can be the change, right? So I feel like maybe that's where it comes from. Okay, now talking about like vibes and feelings and happiness. Right? No, I wanted to ask this. Do you think you could ever be positive without being happy the whole time?
oh my god, I have such a strong opinion about this. Positivity doesn't mean happiness, right? I could be depressed, right? Like, I'm gonna say this from personal experience. I have been dealing with depression for the past 4 years, let's say. I am not a happy person, but I'm a positive person. So no matter how sad I am or how if I'm in such bad mood, I would still see the good side in everything. I would still have that positive mindset, okay? I'm not forcing myself because I already have this mindset. No matter what it is that's happening to me or whatever I'm feeling, I can still be a positive person. I can still share positive vibes. I can still see the good in everything without being happy. Being sad doesn't mean having a negative mindset. It's your emotions don't really have to do, well, they do, but like
they contribute, but they're not
they're not the reason to your mindset.
Yeah.
I could be depressed and I could still share my positive vibes. I could still see the good side in everything. I could still I guess be a positive person.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe.
Okay, so I wanted to touch on one of the topics you brought up, if it's, all right with you. As someone who's, dealt with depression, have you ever felt like you had to fake being positive?
Okay, so definitely, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Many times. There were many days where I guess my emotions overtook my mindset, and where slowly my thoughts became more and more negative, which is fine. Okay, even though my base is like a positive mindset, obviously at some point it had to overtake it. But I would feel like I can't share that with others. I cannot like see or handle seeing people become negative or somehow get drained because of my energy. Because energy, you can definitely share energy. Like, I am telling you, if for example over here she was sad, okay, and I was a happy person, but I wasn't I guess at a really high vibe, I could definitely take some of her energy and get in a low mood. So I definitely had to fake positivity just so I could see, because I wouldn't be able to handle seeing other people become negative because of me. Or not only that, I just feel like sometimes even when I'm in a low mood and someone else is in a low mood, I would make it a priority to make them, I guess, in a better mood. So I would fake positivity and share as much as possible, and it would actually help. So that's why I would continued, I guess, faking it, or like sharing positivity that I didn't even feel within myself, So just so I could see the other person, I guess, practice positivity more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you never had to fake it for yourself, it was more for others. But I feel like from what you're saying, some of that faking for others had a good effect on you, because you said like if you were faking it a bit, maybe they would get affected, maybe you would get affected a bit, just like by this fake positivity, right?
Yeah, definitely 100%. I guess this goes in fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
I was about to say fake it till you make it. Even if, let's say, you didn't grow up having a positive mindset, if you do practice this, faking it, or just telling yourself, even if you don't believe it, slowly, if you tell yourself, like just one-on-one, tell yourself, no, I want to be positive today, or oh, no, I want to think this today, I want to think that today, it will happen. It will definitely happen. It's like it's like manifesting it into your life. Whatever you speak out into the universe, I am so sure it will come back to you. Like, it's I feel like it's genuinely manifesting it into your life.
Or that, maybe.
Guys, this is a better option. But no, like, this isn't like, you can't just make dua and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, like, I'm gonna make dua to be happy, and then you just don't do anything about it. Like, you just sit there and not
wait for it to happen.
wait for it to happen. You cannot wait for it to happen. You have to do it yourself. You have to actually speak it into yourself. tell yourself no, you're okay. Tell yourself no, I want to think this today. I want to have this mindset today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, or like I was gonna ask this question about what you said, like speaking it. Like, how do you talk to yourself? What do you say? Like, what goes on in your head when you're not feeling positive, but you want to uplift yourself?
I guess if I'm not feeling positive, obviously I would be in a really low or sad mood. So I would tell myself, no, the first thing, this is really important. First thing, tell yourself these emotions are real. If you neglect or you tell yourself these emotions are not real, you can't carry on. You can't even go to the next step, right? So you have to tell yourself, no, these emotions are real. And what you're feeling is true. The sadness is real. Okay, you're feeling sad, you're feeling sad. You cannot, like, go around it. You can't, like, try to make yourself believe that, no, it's something else. Okay? So acknowledging it is definitely the first step. And then I guess I'll talk to myself in a way where it's like I'm comforting someone else. So I would talk to myself the way I would talk to someone else if they were feeling this way. Because I know, and I feel like this is in many people, I know that most people treat others better than they treat themselves. It's true. It happens a lot. It's not weird. They treat others way better than they treat themselves and the way they talk to themselves. So I guess I would talk to myself the way I would talk to someone else, you know? And I would, even if I don't believe it in the moment, I would tell myself that everything will at the end of the day be okay. That everything will be fine, and that at some point this is going to be in the past. That this is going to pass at some point. I'm going to get over this. I'm going to get over this sad mood. And this honestly does help. And yeah.
Like believe it gets better.
Yeah, no, even if I don't believe it, I tell myself over and over again.
Try to manifest it.
Yeah, exactly. Speak into myself. If I don't believe it in here, I know for a fact, even if I don't think I do, my heart believes it. My heart will definitely believe it the more I tell myself that this will all be fine, this will all be okay, it will all pass.
Okay, so from what I'm understanding, it's like you have these moments of feeling negative, feeling sad, which I don't think are necessarily the same. We'll get into that later. But anyway, how do you stop yourself from going into a negative spiral just over and over again, like losing yourself in these negative thoughts?
Okay. Dealing with your emotions. If you don't deal with your emotions in the moment that you feel sad or negative emotions, and like if you don't deal with them now, they will affect you later. They acknowledge that you're sad, allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to be sad. If you don't I guess allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to have these emotions, or just sit with yourself and know why exactly you're feeling this way and what's making you feel this way, and just going into the details of why like you're having these emotions, they will definitely get bottled up and they will affect you longer into life, I guess. And probably later into life you wouldn't know why you're feeling this way. But if you know why in the moment and you dealt with those emotions, they will not affect you later. You will not go into a deeper, sadder episode, I guess, let's say. How do I say this? I guess that's one. Okay, right, that's the first point. Second point, talk to someone. I am telling you guys, life is hard. You don't have to go through it alone. We are not superhuman. We cannot deal with, even if it's the littlest stuff. Don't think you're supposed to deal with this alone, or you have to do this alone. You have to be this like strong person. No one is that strong. Okay. It's not wrong to reach out for help. It's not wrong to reach out to somebody that you trust and talk to, because I am telling you, if you talk to someone, even if it's the littlest problems, it will take such a huge load off of you that you wouldn't have to deal with later on. And don't see that distraction is the solution. Distracting yourself from these emotions is never ever the solution. If you distract yourself, it's like pushing those emotions away for a moment, but they're gonna come back. When you don't have any distractions, they're back. What now? Right? even the ones that you distracted yourself from before are gonna come back. What now? Now it's just so much emotions to deal with. You're gonna become overwhelmed. It's gonna be hard. So, I guess to summarize, deal with the emotions in the moment. Allow yourself to be sad. Talk to somebody, because you don't have to be alone. Don't distract yourself. Okay? I guess they're all related, but that's that.
I wanted to ask you about the first point you said. So I actually sort of disagree with your first point. Not completely disagree. Okay, guys, deal with your emotions. But what I mean is, you're saying to let yourself feel these emotions, right? Now, if you do, it's almost like you're letting yourself feel sad more, because it's more times that you feel sad. Like, for example, I felt sad 3 times this week, right? I could bottle it up and then feel sad 1 time. It's gonna be more sad, but it's going to be 1 time, rather than being less sad 3 times. So instead of having 3 sad days, it's 1 sad day.
But that 1 sad day, right, that 1 sad day will be so overwhelming, it wouldn't be worth it. I am telling you, it would be worth it to feel those 3 sad times. And let's say, right, hey, you felt sad these 3 days, right? The first day you were sad about something. You dealt with that, gone. Okay. Next day, you're sad about something else. You dealt with that, gone. 3rd day, sad about something else. You dealt with that, gone. You didn't deal with those, you bottled them up those 3 days. By the end of the week, you're exploded, right? You will not, I'm telling you, don't do this. It is not worth it to be that. You're not even going to be sad for that 1 day. I am telling you, that is going to go and drag along for the rest of the week, the month, whatever it is. It depends on the person, obviously. But it will drag along. Okay, you're sad in this, it dragged along, you're sad. Okay, start fading, start getting less, you're forgetting about it. At some point in the future, it's going to come back and you're not even going to know why. And that's how depression works, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. You will go into a spiral. Please, don't do this.
What she said.
What I said.
What she said. Okay, guys, and about the second part, about talking to someone, talk to someone you trust, not anyone. Don't trauma dump on people you just met. So this goes into don't leave it in yourself so much to the point where you have to or feel like you wanna trauma dump on someone. Okay, great.
Yeah.
You've had to deal with people. That's why you built this experience. So my question is, have you ever had to distance yourself, or felt like you had to, maybe you didn't, or felt like you had to distance yourself because their energy was draining you, because they were so negative, not positive?
100%. Definitely. I've mentioned this previously, but energy gets transferred, right? I'm telling you, no, literally. I feel like it's that way. I feel like it's just how we talk about, for example,
I'll say the smoothie.
Yes, that. No. Energy definitely gets transferred, okay? I feel like that's such a wrong word. And shut up. Energy does get transferred. Definitely.
I'm leaving that in.
Yeah, leave it in. Okay. No matter how I guess positive you are, or how high your vibe is, if you're surrounded by the wrong people at some point, if not now, probably later, you will get your vibe will get lower and lower and lower. You will definitely get their energy. You will get drained. It happened many times. I've had people in my life, I guess, not see the positive in things, or they would always just go ala طول to the negative of the situation. And it's no matter how much you try to be a positive person and just see the good side rather than the bad side that they're seeing, you will just, every time you try to convince yourself, you'll just remember the negative, right? Because I feel like negative overcomes positive all the time. Most of the time, negative overcomes positive. So I've definitely had to distance myself. just so I don't get affected. And if I feel like if one person gets affected, the rest do. Just like how they affected me with their negative energy, I know if I got affected, I'll affect others around me. So I guess not only for my sake, but probably for the sake of the people I love that are around me, and for others, because I wouldn't want them to also have this sort of mindset or this negativity that I'm feeling or the other person was feeling. You know?
Because energy gets transferred.
I can't find a good word.
Okay. So, like, this is like vibes. Like, I remember when you used to say good vibes, good life? Yeah, that's the one. So I was going to ask about that. Like, how do you spread these good vibes?
Okay, anyways.
I was talking about me.
Wait. If you have good vibes, no way you can keep it contained in yourself.
Yeah.
It will definitely go, you know? So there are many times where I would go to gym and
we go to the same gym.
We go to the same gym. Yes. And I would be in such a low mood, but because you guys are all, I guess, at a higher vibe.
Higher frequency.
Vibe at a higher frequency. I على طول get the vibe. You cannot keep it contained in yourself. It will definitely go to others. Putting a little effort into spreading it.
Putting more effort in spreading it?
Yeah, and spreading good vibes. If
I feel like it's not something you try to do. Okay, I feel like it's not something you try to do. Like, you know, someone's feeling sad when you like overly try it. Like they don't get affected. It's like something that just happens naturally. Like you don't try to vibe, or do you?
Look, obviously it's gonna be harder if you don't have the good vibes in you.
Yeah.
But if you do, obviously, like you said, without trying, it will happen at some point, or it will happen more naturally or easier. But with even with a little more effort, it will happen better. Obviously, you know, more effort's gonna work. Duh. But I don't know how to explain it. Like,
no, I get it.
You get it?
I get it.
Do you guys get it? Okay, we're good. No, like you. Obviously, even if you have those good vibes in you, doesn't mean you don't put any effort.
Yeah.
If you see someone sad, obviously you're gonna put the effort in to make him happier. And because you have the good vibes in you, it will be even easier to do that. Because you don't have to pretend. You don't have to fake it.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to fake it. So, yeah, I guess that's it.
So I feel like this topic is really like important to talk about because social media. Everyone has social media. Everyone's seeing, you know, the best life. Oh, actually, this is social media. Okay, so, you know, everyone's positive, living their life, their best life. So it's almost like you feel forced to be positive, but at the same time, you see what they're doing, and it's like hard, and at the same time, you can't be not grateful for what you have just because they have more. And it's a confusing thing, right? So have you ever felt that like you were forced to try or like to act positive because of, let's say, the social media around you?
And this obviously depends on the person, but if I'm talking about me, and this is really good advice, never believe anything on the internet. Never believe. You could see someone, I could be, you guys could be seeing me, and you guys could be seeing that I'm a positive person over here. If you guys don't know me. Most of you guys don't know me, right? You could be seeing, you know, I'm such a positive person. You're like, oh my god, how is she living her life this way? I want to live like this. Okay. Behind the screen, I could be the most depressed person you will ever meet. Negative thoughts. You wouldn't know. Negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative everything. And I'm coming on here to talk about positivity. You will never know what's happening behind the screen. Never believe what's happening on social media. Ever. No matter how much someone tries to push a positive lifestyle, they will always have something going on in their lives. And I guess sometimes it's hard to... what's the word? I guess... to practice this lifestyle that they're having, okay? Because you just think that this is their life. This is the full life that they're living. It's just all positive, all good, all whatever. So when you get some, I guess, struggles or problems in your life, you're like, this person on social media doesn't have it. How do they deal with this? They're just being positive. How do they deal with this? how should I deal with this if I've never seen this happen before, because you got so used to seeing what's on social media.
Perfect life. Yeah.
Exactly. So when a hardship comes, you just stare. You just don't know what to do. Like, what now? What's the next step? You know? So I feel like it would be better on social media to show more realistic stuff on how actually life is. And I do really like when influencers show the reality of their lives, or like the hardships that they go through in their life, because I guess it will make people relate more and
just not feel like they're in like their own other world.
Exactly.
Like, oh, everything's perfect. Like you feel like you're like it's dystopian, the difference.
Exactly. You're so good at this.
Like guys, like just to make this point like stronger, if she hadn't mentioned that she was dealing with depression, would have like anyone guessed? Because it's very easy to hide it. So like don't let anything you see on social media affect how you see things, because it's so fake. It's so easy to fake it. Now, you know, with all these hauls we see, like, oh my god, guys, I'm so grateful for this. Oh my god, guys, this is like the recipe. I'm so grateful. Have you ever felt guilty when you're feeling down or you're not like appreciative of things around you because everyone else seems so positive and like appreciative and what's the word I just used? Grateful. Yeah.
Definitely. And I especially even feel more guilty when I see someone have it worse than me,
but
and still be grateful.
Yeah.
Hala, I'm a very grateful person, and I really love this quality about me. I appreciate the beauty in everything, the littlest stuff. So I guess personally me, I didn't have that huge struggle of feeling guilty of seeing people being grateful, because I would be grateful as well, you know. But actually the harder side is seeing people have it worse. And I'm complaining about me. I would be complaining about whatever struggle or problem I would have, and I would feel like it's genuinely the end of the world. But then I would see people have it worse, and I'd be like, who am I to feel this way? Look at them.
But I disagree. Like you like there is some that's right about what you're saying, but this is not like a good mindset to have. Like if someone has it worse than you, then you feel like your problem is less. Like, okay, both of you guys have it bad. Like it's like saying someone who has stage 2 cancer, someone who has stage 4 cancer, like it's someone who has stage 2 is like, oh, like it's nothing because the other person has stage 4, you know? Like that's not a good way to look at stuff.
I hate that I have this mindset. Don't have this mindset. Please don't. I am begging you. Never neglect your problems. I'm telling you. That's what I meant by saying acknowledge you're sad, or allow yourself to be sad.
Okay.
No, if you have a problem, if you're feeling this way, don't think about, oh, it could be worse, it could be bigger, it could be. You're feeling this way. You're sad. Acknowledge it.
Don't make it become worse.
Don't neglect it.
Yeah, and then yeah.
No, and don't neglect it. I mean, don't downsize your problems. Don't say, hey, no, my problem is small, I don't have to deal with this. Because if you think this way and you don't deal with this, again, it will affect you later along in life. So what was I saying?
Deal with your issues right now.
Deal with your issues right now. That's what I meant by deal with your emotions.
Yeah.
Right. No, but
and don't like downsize them.
Yes. Just because someone else is having it worse doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel. Doesn't mean you're not allowed to have these emotions. Doesn't mean you're not allowed to have these problems. You are allowed. Your problems are real. Your problems are not small. If you feel sad because of this, then it's true. It's real. Tell yourself that, no, these emotions are real. What I'm feeling is true. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this bigger than it should be. I'm not being over dramatic, because a lot of people, including myself, I'm not gonna lie, including myself, have this mindset where I neglect my problems or downsize them, or I try to tell myself, no, these problems are real, or what I'm feeling isn't real. I'm faking this. I'm doing whatever. I want attention. I want this, but I'm not. I'm telling myself this, but I'm not. It's not true. It's not what I'm actually feeling.
Okay, so I agree with that point about positivity, and let's say we're on the topic of social media. This podcast considered social media. So we talk a lot about the harsh reality, let's say, of the world. So many people might perceive it as negative, even though we're trying to be positive, but like have it realistic. So, in other words, being vulnerable and telling the truth sometimes is seen as negative. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I disagree. Right. If you just keep living in this la la land of that everything is so positive and just not give yourself the slap of reality, or tell yourself like you can be positive, right? You can always try to, I guess, see the good in something even though it's not even there.
Yeah.
Or try to, I guess, push the thing to be a little more positive. I guess we could say that. But you also have to be, like, you have to set yourself back in reality. If you keep on saying, no, this is all good, this is all good, it's all good, it's all good, and you're not dealing with it, you're not doing whatever, it's not going to be all
Like
good.
you said, manifestation without doing anything.
Yeah. If you keep on manifesting without doing anything, it's not going to be all good. That's not how it works. You don't just manifest and, oh, everything works, you know? That's what I mean by going back into reality. You have to be like, okay, I'm manifesting this, but I also... I'm manifesting this. I'm manifesting this, but I'm also going to do something about it. That's the reality. Right? And not only that, like, being real is a negative. Being real is I guess another way of it's. Look at the good side of it, I guess. Let's see. Being real will show you how to actually deal with this, what to actually do, not give yourself unrealistic solutions.
Like gaslight yourself.
Exactly. So no, being real isn't negative. Being real or looking into reality helps you overcome whatever situation you're going through way better, right? And yes, the truth hurts. The truth definitely hurts. Reality does hurt. But if you don't know it, you won't know how to deal with it.
You know, guys, that's just the way life works. And I actually wanted to say, like, don't, like, people, like, as you said, like, truth and reality, obviously it's different from what you want to be positive. So being positive isn't, like, lying yourself to believe something is good when it's not. Like, it's fine. If something is bad and you see it as bad because it is bad, that's not being negative. That's just being realistic. But at the same time, don't let being realistic like shove you into this like everything is bad because it's realistic. Things can be positive and realistic. Maybe you just have to like dig deep to find this positivity in it. But while we're on the topic of things you've done and like, you know, that type of stuff, what's one small habit or small thing you've done, you've practiced, whatever, to help you become more positive?
Talking to someone that's positive.
Oh, okay.
That's at a good vibe. If you're in a low mood, and I've done this many times again when I used to go to gym, I would be at a low mood. I would surround myself with people that are in a really high mood or that just have good vibes, and I automatically become a positive person. They would, and especially if I talk to someone exactly about what I'm dealing with or the emotions I'm dealing with, and they talk the positivity into me, I will definitely start thinking in a more positive way. It happened many, many times. One example that I've had was, I guess, during my weight loss journey. I would be very negative that I'm not reaching a goal that I want, or that, oh, I messed up over here, I went out of my diet over here, I did this, I did that. And I would have my friend, she would talk to me every time. No, Fajr. Yeah, she would talk to me every time. She'd be like, yeah, but Liam, look what you've done. Look at the progress look at where you reached. Look at the progress that you've done. Tell me, no, look at the progress you've done. Okay, you didn't do today, you're going to do better tomorrow. And this positive talking, literally in seconds, changed the way I was thinking immediately. So I guess surround yourself with positive people that will talk the positivity into you. Okay, so I actually expected a different answer. So from this, I'm like, yeah. Okay, so I was expecting a different answer. I was expecting like, I don't know, like something you did yourself.
Maybe that's just what I think. Like, goes to show people
Give your
different.
side.
Okay, my side. No, like,
No, this
wait,
is the podcast about you, not me.
like, I don't know. Like, I thought you were gonna like something you said. So this, like, I'm telling you guys, this just goes to show how different people perceive different things. Maybe the habit that you're trying to build doesn't lie in you. Maybe it's in others. Maybe. Okay. Okay. So right now there's this like Sunday reset type of term, when the girls like do their every shower and then they read and then they do that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's their type of reset. For you, doesn't have to be the same thing. By the way, I'm not expecting you to tell me I take a shower and do my hair.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, but
Yeah. So what's your like go-to ritual or routine to have like an emotional reset?
being alone.
Oh,
Yeah, why are you
you
shocked?
alone?
Yes.
Okay.
I give myself a break from this whole world or life. I just let all the emotions feel. If I want to feel this, I'll feel this. And because I allow myself, I would overcome it way easier. And this just resets my energy. It calms me down. Because it's like a moment of peace with myself. It's just me, myself, and I. Peace, alone. It clears my mind. Allows me to sit with myself. Allows me to, I guess, know exactly why I'm feeling these emotions. And it just resets my all my energy. It's like opening a whole new page. And then I would go back out into the world, socialize again, talk to people again,
And then do reset again.
if I need to. Okay.
So like it's not. Thank you. So it's more of like whenever you feel overwhelmed or like too much emotions and like negative, so then it happens. It's not like there's a set time for it.
Guys, I don't have a biological timer for my energy resets. No, I usually do it when everything gets too much, where I feel like I would affect others, not only myself. Yeah. So I would know, like, usually, obviously, when I have, I guess, negative energy or just negative thoughts or emotions, it would be pretty self-contained. I wouldn't, like, I'm a really good person at pretending or a really good person at hiding it. So I wouldn't really mind, going out to socializing and going on with my daily life while I'm feeling this way. But at some point, it gets, like, to a part where I can't pretend anymore. I can't.
Like it's gonna be obviously it's gonna affect others.
Yeah, and it's just hard to pretend. It's too much. It's too much for me to even hide it or pretend. So I would give myself a break, be alone, do whatever my heart wants to do. I don't force myself. Usually when I am in a low mood, really good advice, I force myself to do stuff that I don't want to do. There were many times where I didn't want to go to the gym, where I didn't want to go out, where I didn't want to do plans, talk to anyone, but I would force myself just to somehow, some way, I guess, get out of my depression episodes. But when it gets really, really bad, I just can't do anything anymore. I cannot go out, I can't socialize, and if I do, it wouldn't be at my best. It would be very obvious that I'm trying too hard or that I just can't. I can't pretend. So I would give myself a break, calm myself down, allow myself to be in this depression episode, and it will pass. Because I know, and I speak this into myself, I know everything at the end of the day will be okay. So I just let it happen. I let it happen. I give myself a break. I just sit with myself, and it just completely resets my whole energy.
And I think you told me about this before, about like let's say taking breaks. Don't feel Sarah, you told me it was about studying, but like in general, like emotional and stuff, like if you do feel guilty about taking these breaks, it's gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it like you don't truly feel like you're taking this break. So just allow yourself to take the break. Like show everyone, just like don't reply to the messages, it's fine, they're gonna understand. And if they don't, bad friends. Okay, so what would you tell someone who's going into their positive era? How would you?
Like, ooh, positive era. What would I say to someone that wants to start their positive era? I guess don't force it. Don't force it at all. Like, it will. I wouldn't say it would come alone. Obviously, you're gonna have to work for this mindset, but
don't force it, but work towards it. How does
Yeah.
that work?
okay. I guess I feel like if you're forcing it, it's like you don't believe that this can happen. Have this belief in your mind that hey, yeah, I can have this. I can have a positive mindset. I can work towards it. If you have this belief that you can, it will happen. I guess. And again, talk to yourself, manifest it. Whatever you speak out into the universe, it will get to you, and it's a huge thing. If you keep saying, like, let's say for example in studying, right? If you keep saying, no, I'm gonna fail, it's like you're speaking into the universe and telling the universe to make you fail. If you tell yourself, no, I can do this, yes, I'll get good grades, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, it will happen. It will happen. I've seen it happen with myself, I've seen it happen with other people. One of my friends actually, same one, Fajr, before, like throughout her whole entire life, she tried to lose weight and it would never work because she would always tell herself, I know I'm gonna mess up at the end. She would be like, oh, I know this isn't gonna last, oh my god, I know I'm gonna start this and have a new lifestyle or whatever, and then she would have in her mind
That it won't work.
That at the end of the day she won't lose weight. At the end of the day, this diet that she's trying out or this routine in her life is not gonna last. So it never works. When I got into her life, I started speaking positively, and I changed her whole mindset and perspective about, I guess, losing weight and having this routine, having this lifestyle. And she did lose weight. It worked. She, instead of saying, no, oh, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna happen, she started saying, no, I can do this. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna eat proper today. I'm gonna and she kept on seeing her progress, I guess. And instead of seeing herself far away from her goal or just looking at the end, she's looking at the journey. She's looking rather than the destination. She's looking at, oh, look at the progress I've done. So this changed her perspective to a more positive mindset, which pushed her to continue. So if you want to start your positive era, speak to yourself kindly. Okay, don't push yourself. What's the word?
Push yourself, but don't overexert yourself. Don't drain yourself. I don't know.
No, I mean, well, I meant to say, like, no. I guess fake it till you make it.
Okay.
No, not actually fake it. I mean, like, keep talking about it to yourself. And no, I want to feel this way. I want to feel this way. I want to be positive. It will happen. Even if you don't believe it in here, the more you talk about it, you will believe it in here. So, speak into the universe. It will come back.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I actually used to hate the term fake it till you make it. I used to think it was such like...
A bad term, yeah.
Yeah, like, what do you mean, like, fake it till you make it? Like, it's not going to be... Especially when they used to talk about confidence with that. But, you know, the more I started looking into it, like...
It's true.
Yeah, like, all the things you do, like, let's say positivity or what I said, confidence, it's all, like, perceived by you. Like, if you believe it, then, khalas, it's real. It's not something that others choose for you. So... You know, I hate to say it, but fake it till you make it is true. Okay, so what, like, to end this episode, what would you like tell someone who's stuck in this negative circle, routine?
Same answer as the positive era.
No. No. How do they get out the negative? You know, there's negative, there's like in the middle, and then there's positive.
Right.
How do you get out of being negative? Like, let's put positivity to the side.
How do you get out of being negative?
Let's be positive.
Do you mean like negative thoughts or negative emotions? It's different. Having a
I was
negative...
gonna say, what's the difference?
Okay, let's start with this. Having negative emotions is obviously feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling whatever. Having negative thoughts or a negative mindset, no matter what you're feeling, you just look at the bad. Like, you could be you could be happy, right? You're going on with your day, you're happy, hard, but you still see the negative in everything. Like, oh, what the hell? What's this? What's that? It's negative. No.
Where are we going there? Like, it's so bad.
But they're still continuing with their life like everything's normal. They're not feeling sad. They're not feeling angry because of with these thoughts. But they would still have them, you know? But because they got so used to them, right? This is their regular thinking, their regular mindset. That's the difference. Now, how to get out of this? Let's say negative emotions, how to get out of negative emotions. Like I said previously, talk to someone. You don't have to go through this alone. Please don't go through this alone. Negative mindset or negative thoughts, I guess practice being positive. If your first step obviously is being aware. If you're not aware that you're having these thoughts, you cannot go to the next step.
Yeah.
You have to be aware, no, my thoughts are wrong, my thoughts are negative, I shouldn't be thinking this way.
If you can't fix something you don't think is wrong.
Exactly. If you're not aware,
nothing.
That's gonna happen.
Hey.
Okay?
Fuck it.
Be aware. Okay, that's the first step. Second step, I guess, try to look at the people around you, because the environment around you influences you a lot.
Like just what you said at the beginning, where it's like you're born into a negative household.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you surround yourself by the positive people, obviously they're gonna speak their mind. They're gonna say what they're feeling. They're gonna say their thought process. You're gonna be influenced. You're gonna be inspired. You're gonna be like, okay, I want to feel this way. I want to think this way. I want this to be my mindset. So surround yourself by the right people, or the like more positive people. You will develop their mindset.
Yeah.
You will start thinking the way they're thinking. I guess also again, speak it into yourself until you believe it. Fake it till you make it. Start telling yourself that you want to think this way, you want to be positive, and every time you catch yourself being negative or having a negative thought, turn it into a positive thought. Think about how you can make this thought more positive. Or let's say you have a situation, there's good and there's bad, and you notice yourself that you're looking at the bad rather than the good. You became aware that you start moving to the positive. You start telling yourself, hey, but like, look at the good side. Look at the situation, look at the good side of it. Like, I feel like this is really good advice. Every time any of you have any hardship or any problems, any bad stuff, I guess, going in your life, there's always a positive. Okay, let's say you went through a friendship breakup, right? A really bad friendship breakup. This person was so close to you, a good best friend, but you had to leave each other, right? Maybe they were a bad influence, maybe it's just stuff wasn't going right, you guys couldn't, okay? Whatever the reason is, rather than seeing it as you left a really close person, see it as a lesson. And no, okay, the bad side, you left someone really close to you, now you're missing a really important person in your life, but look at the good side, it's a lesson. And know, what can you learn from this? What can you learn from this breakup? What can you learn from the mistakes that you guys had in your friendship?
How you can be better.
Yeah, how you can be better, how you can find better people, okay? And later on, in future friendships, you will know what to do and what not to do. You will know your mistakes, you will know where, I guess, stuff go wrong. You will know how to deal with it because of past experiences. So even if an experience is bad, always take it as a lesson. Always take it as, no, there's good. You know, it helped you develop as a person, it helped you grow as a person better. So it's never really bad. It's not all bad when you have any hardship, because at the end of the day, obviously something good comes from it. I feel like, this is me personally, I feel like there's always good in everything and everyone. So always try to look at that rather than focusing on the bad, because this will change your life. This will change the way you see everything, the way you see your past, the way you see your future, the way you see now.
I I feel like the most important thing I want to like reiterate is be aware of the issues. Like be aware there is an issue, because most people just think like it's a mindset. Like there's no wrong mindset, but there is. Like you view negativity as an issue. That's the only time you can overcome this issue. So overcome. Surround your people with. Be aware of the issue to overcome it. Now, this episode is coming to an end. Do you have any last words you want to tell to anyone watching?
I don't know if this is really related, but no, it is. If you have any negative emotions, reach out. Reach out to someone. Reach out for help. Whether it's professional help, whether it's someone you can trust and talk to, whether it's someone older that you can take an opinion from, whatever it is, reach out. Don't bottle up. It will get worse if you bottle it up. It will become too overwhelming to deal with. You are not alone. You are not alone at all. There are people around you that support you, love you, care about you, and would love to listen to you. And I guess whenever you feel like you're alone, watch this clip.
Yes.
This is a reminder that you are not alone, that there are people out there that would gladly love to help, and you don't have to be alone through any of your problems. You don't have to deal with any of your emotions alone. It's not our jobs. It is not our jobs. We are not superhuman. Okay? So, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. As she said, if you're ever feeling like these negative emotions are overtaking you, like, talk to someone. Have a positive mindset, or at least try, because it's not something you can just, wake up with. Try until you find it, and everything will be okay. It gets better. Bye.
Bye-bye.